I'd like to invite our guest of honor, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, Ms. Grace Fu, to do the opening address. Minister.
Mr. Majid Abdullah Rashid Al Saimi, President of the Asian Paralympic Committee, Datu Zainal Abu Zarin, President of the ASEAN Para Sports Federation, Dr. Teo Koh Sok Myang, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the ASEAN Para Sports Federation, distinguished guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the inaugural ASEAN Para Games Symposium. To our friends from abroad, a very warm welcome to Singapore. When the 8th ASEAN Para Games officially begin tomorrow, we will be seeing the amazing talents and abilities of the para-athletes from around the region. The ASEAN Para Games will be more than just a sporting event. It is a celebration of the extraordinary life stories of our para-athletes, all of whom have bounced back from setbacks and obstacles. To overcome their disabilities, they rallied their mental and physical strength and forged steely determination to pursue their sports. Take Singapore's chef de mission, Mr. Raja Singh, for example. He met with an accident as a young man and lost the use of his legs. Undeterred, he picked up wheelchair racing and won 4 medals at the 1986 FESPIC Games for the Disabled, before representing Singapore at the 1988 and 1992 Paralympics. To me, our para-athletes are already champions, regardless of whether they win their competitions over the next week. I salute their courage and I celebrate their spirit. Their passion for sports has brought out the best in them. I think everyone in this room will agree that when we look at many of our para-athletes, we do not see a person with disability. Instead, we see a confident individual who has mastered his or her own destiny. We also see the ASEAN Para Games as a great opportunity to foster a more inclusive and caring society, which is echoed by today's theme, Sport Without Boundaries, Social Inclusion Through Sport. We believe that sport should be inclusive. Everyone, regardless of age, gender, or ability, should have the chance to realize their potential through sport. We have seen many great examples of how sport can bring people of all abilities together and even grow stronger as a team. Take the Deaf Dragons, for instance. They are a dragon boat team that has a combined strength of both abled members and individuals with hearing and intellectual disabilities. They train and compete together and have even won prestigious international competitions like the 8th Club Crew World Championship. You may have also heard of the Running Hour Club, where volunteer guides run alongside persons with visual and intellectual disabilities to keep fit together. Along the way, the shared experience has helped to grow understanding and friendships between members. The Singapore government is also building a more inclusive society through sport. Earlier this year, my ministry formed the Committee for Disability Sports, chaired by then MOS Sam Tan, to look into how we can open up opportunities for persons with disabilities to participate in sport. Comprising representatives from the public, people, and private sectors, the committee consulted a wide range of stakeholders, including voluntary welfare organizations, the National Disability Sports Associations, and special education schools. The committee is finalizing its report and will announce its recommendations early next year. Today, I have taken the liberty to share with you a preview of the key recommendations. Our main priority is to expand access for persons with disabilities to participate in sport. We need to address the challenges that persons with disabilities face in taking up sport and to facilitate and sustain meaningful participation in sport. To achieve this, we will set up centers of expertise in disability sports at 5 of our active SG sports centers spread over the country, beginning with pilots at Jurong West and Toa Payoh next year. These centers of expertise will provide enhanced barrier-free access and offer sports programs tailored for persons with disabilities. We also plan to build inclusive gyms within these centers with fitness equipment suitable for users of all abilities. Overall, these centers will provide persons with disabilities with the supporting infrastructure to develop motor skills and improve their fitness, and do this within the environment where persons with or without disabilities can exercise and participate in sports together. The centers will allow individuals to pursue a sport at different levels by starting with learn to play modules before progressing to play the game, and finally building up their competencies in learn to compete programs. Each center will pilot programs in one disability sport, such as table tennis, swimming, and bocce. Besides sports participation, we also want to strengthen the disability sports ecosystem and build professional capabilities within the sector. One way is for us to work more closely with VWOs, hospitals, and rehabilitation centers to introduce sport as part of the rehabilitation and recovery process for patients. Not only can sport help to keep patients active, many of our para-athletes have told us that being exposed to a community of peers, coaches, and volunteers provided an important support network that helped them cope, adjust, and move on. We also plan to have workshops to equip teachers to run adapted and inclusive physical education lessons so that more students with disabilities, whether in mainstream or special education schools, can participate in sports. By doing so, we hope to encourage students to embrace an active lifestyle from young and continue even after they leave school. Lastly, we want to build awareness and affinity for disability sport and our para-athletes, so as to engender greater support for the sector. While some of our para-athletes have become somewhat of celebrity as a result of APG, we hope that Singaporeans can be inspired by their personal testimonies and achievements of many more athletes, even after the Games. Having met many of them personally, I know their stories have the power to inspire everyone to reach for their best. Ultimately, we hope to build upon the 8th ASEAN Para Games to enable more persons with disabilities to live better through sport. We want to use disability sport to improve society's awareness and understanding of persons with special needs, and through this, foster a more inclusive and caring society in Singapore. This is the legacy that we want to build for the 8th ASEAN Para Games. As we roll out these initiatives in the coming years, we will need to tap on the collective experience and expertise of the community of disability sports experts. I'm therefore appreciative of the ASEAN Para Games Symposium in providing a platform to share our experiences, challenges, and successes in promoting social inclusion through sport. Let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers, the ASEAN Para Sports Federation, and the Sport Cares Foundation, who have worked hard to make this symposium a reality. I hope that the symposium will be an integral part of the ASEAN Para Games, so that we can continue to share our knowledge and inspire one another in using sport as a force for social good. Thank you very much.